How are you all? I hope you are doing well. So, as you all know, we had discussed previously about the education, about the policies, about the policies, about the land, everything, how the farmers used to suffer. Right till now, they are suffering, but before that, how they had suffered. So, now we are going to learn the modern education system. So, the modern education system, new changes occurred during the British rule 18th century. Okay, Warren Hastings facilitates the expansion of the modern education in India. Okay, so he implemented a modern education in India. In 1781 CE, he started Calcutta Madrasa. Then, then here, Jonathan Duncan, a British individual, started Sanskrit College in Banaras in 1792. Then he implemented a Sanskrit college in 1792. Okay, good. Then next, the emerge of the modern education. So let's have a look about the modern education. The expansion of the British education, India received special support after appointment of William Bentinck as the Governor General of India. So the expansion of the British education in India received a special support after William Bentinck. Bentinck's appoint Macaulay as the chairperson of the Committee on Education. The report on education submitted by him in 1835 became the base of the modern education in India. In his policy aimed at the creation of a new class of Indians who are Indian by body but British in intelligence, opinion and taste. So this is a main important phrase. So for this we can able to understand कि Bentinck has appointed Macaulay. So what was the main idea and what was the main motto of the Britishers to implement the modern education? So modern education, so the implementation is Britishers used to think कि our Indians doesn't have a culture. They don't know how to sit, how to walk, how to talk, sit, eat. Okay, so here by implementing the modern education they have created, right now only you can able to rectify the creation of a new class of Indians who were Indians. Okay, so Indians who were Indians by body but British in intelligence, opinion and taste. So today's generation, so you have been seeing a lot of restaurants wherever are Indians used to go. First they will give an importance to the language, first thing language. Either you are degree holder or you are postgraduate, that's not a big deal. If you are perfect in a language, which language? Not in Kannada, Hindi, Malayalam, Telugu, Tamil, no, only in English. If you are perfect in English, then only you are going to be in a highest level in your life. So here also the same thing is going on. If you are sitting at home, if you are practicing your own mother tongue, I'm not telling you we should not respect your mother tongue, we have to respect, but we have to learn this English language, because this language this language have the main motto as well. So here the creation of the new class, how they have started, on that time only they have started, so till now that has been becoming more powerful. There is no end for this. So here they have started and they got succeed as well. So Benting used to be very happy because his idea got succeed, everyone is following his own language. Okay, so now let's. So Lord Macaulay address to the British Parliament in 2nd February 1835. So here you can see I have travelled across the breadth of India and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief. Such wealth I have seen in this country, such high moral values, people of such caliber, that I do not think we would ever conquer this country unless we break the very backbone. So Indian backbone is none other than agriculture or farmers of this nation. Okay, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage, and therefore I purpose that we replace her old and ancient education system, her culture for it. And Indians think that all that is foreign and English is good and greater than their own. They will lose their self esteem, their native culture, and they will become what we want them, a truly dominated nation. So this is a letter written by a Lord Macaulay. So what and all he has written on that time, that is going to be and truth. So he said a truth, no one is obeying a culture, no one is giving an importance to a culture. Everyone is in their own world, everyone is giving importance only for the Western culture as well. Okay, so let's back to the lesson. The Governor General Lord Dalhousie established University Calcutta, Bombay and Madras as per the suggestion of the Charles Wood Commission. After this, the education started becoming universalized in India. After that, education started becoming very powerful and important. So Lord Dalhousie, everyone, they have started the education system. Okay. The impact. So the impact of the education in India. Indians could develop modernity, secularism, democratic attitudes, and rationality along with nationalist ideals. So Indians could develop their modernity, secularism, attitude, okay, then democracy as well. Then next, impetus was received for the local literature and language. This facilitated unity in thinking process among the educated class. Then next, periodicals started emerging. This scrutinized the policies and working of the government, which in turn enables the Indians to have critical opinions on various issues. New social and religious reformation movement emerged. So by these things everything emerged, like everyone used to learn, and our Indians used to implement their education, and they doesn't want to occupy the British literature. They doesn't want to occupy a British culture. They want to be an education. Okay, we want to learn. Okay, we are ready to learn. We are perfect in English, but we won't sacrifice our culture. So here you can see Indian social reformers like Mahatma Gandhi, Vivekananda, everyone. Like, okay, the thoughts of thinkers like J.S. Mill, Rousseau, and Montesquieu brought fresh thinking in the mind of educated youth of India. The freedom struggle that we taking place across the globe influence the Indians also. So here everyone started learning and everyone get to know their rights. Okay. The Indians could understand and appreciate their rich culture, and Indians started to appreciating their own culture. Okay. Now constitutional development, the historical background. So here, along with the British administration, problems also grew in India. In order to alleviate the problems, reformation in administration became important. The British attempted to create different rules in the form of law and tried to implement them. This type of laws helped the evolution of the constitution in India. So we shall study this attempt in brief. So Constitution of India, Indian Constitution, the Bible of Indian Constitution, Indian law. So that is Indian Constitution. Okay, laws implemented during the rule of East India Company, the Regulation Act. So we have discussed in 1773. After the implementation of Diwani rights in 1765 CE, the greedy company officials misused this provision and became rich in a corrupt way. Edmund Burke, a member of the British Parliament, criticized the corruption in the East India Company. Many company officials had become super rich, and the many in England feared that these people may upset the very political fabric of England. The Regulating Act was implemented in this background in 1773 CE. So, main feature of the Regulating Act, the Bengal Presidency gained control over the other two Madras and Bombay Presidency. Okay. The Governor of Bengal became the Governor General of all the three presidency. The Governor General was authorized to direct, exercise, control, and to supervise over other two presidencies. So the Governor of Bengal became the Governor General of the three Bengal provinces. So he had to control the other two provinces as well. Okay. The Bombay and Madras presidency could not declare war on anyone or enter into peace agreement without prior approval of the Government General of Bengal Presidency and the Board of Directors of the company. Supreme Court of Judicial was established in Calcutta. So here the Supreme Court of Judicial was established in Calcutta. Judicature. Okay. Pitt's India Act in 1784. What is Pitt's India Act? So here there were many inconsistencies in the Regulating Act of 1. In order to rectify them and also to clarify outline the powers of the East India Company and the British government, Pitt's India Act was implemented. The government of England restricted the powers of the East India Company. The Pitt's India Act in 1784 CE. A new institution named Board of Controllers consisting of 6 commissioners was started. The Board of Controllers replaced the Board of Directors. Okay. Next, this act declared that the Indians have attained their paramount power in the name of the British Empire only, but not on their own, and curtailed the political rights of India conclusive. So here the fundamental rights of the citizen, they doesn't matter. So Board of Directors, and only if the Indians are there, so with the help of the Britishers only they are going to implement any law. It declared that the areas under the possession of the East India Company are the integral part of the British Empire. So the British Empire. So next, Charter Act. So let's have a look on the Charter Acts. The main aim of Charter Acts was to renew the license of the East India Company. The Charter Acts of CE 1793, 1813 and 1833 and 1853 were implemented to achieve this aim. As and when the charters were implemented once in 20 years, the new rulers and regulations found fit by the British government was included in these acts. Among these, the Charter Acts of 1813 and 1833 are important for many reasons. Okay, the Charter Act of 1813. This act allowed this demand and authorized all interested persons to carry out trade in India. A new era of license and authorization started. Okay, so they used to start license their own land and everything. The board of directors was vested with the powers to appoint the Governor General and the Commander in Chief. So the board of directors started appointing a Governor General. The church were allowed to enter India officially. The expansion of Christianity and English education started taking place. So through this, Britishers started expanding the Christianity. So everyone started was to convert their religion towards Christianity, and the English education also became very popular. Then Charter Act 1833 CE. The Governor General of Bengal was named as the Governor General of India. Okay. The Governor General was vested the power to direct, control and supervising all trades in India. Right. Then the central government of Bengal had the final right to decide on issues like war, peace and diplomatic relationship with princely states of India. The Governor General was mandated to put his differences of opinion with executive committee members in writing whenever he differed with the majority opinion. Fifth point, the act banned any discrimination based on religion, birth and skin color. The Governor General was mandated to appoint a law professional as member to his executive committee. Then all British companies were allowed to have trade relationship in India. So every Britishers have a trade relationship and they have a permission to make a trade relationship in India. Then now British government acts. The Sepoy Mutiny. So here the Sepoy Mutiny took place due to misadministration of the East India Company and anti-Indian acts in CE 1857. As a result, the administration of India was handed over to the British Queen from the East India Company. Now, Indian Government Act. The license of East India Company was cancelled and India was brought under the direct administration of the Queen. Then the British East India Company, what and all, they have the rules that has been cancelled, and here the Queen administration start. So as we all know, the Queen Elizabeth, so here the post of Governor General was changed into Viceroy. Lord Canning became the first Viceroy of India. A new post called Secretary of State for India was created in the British government. So now here the Indian Councils Act. This is called as policy of assertion. The following are the important features of this act. So let's have a look. Indians were nominated to the Council of Viceroy and non-official members. Viceroy was authorized to proclaim ordinance in case of emergence. So here the number of additional members in the regional and the central legislative bodies was increased. The legislative council's authority was increased further by the allowing discussion on budget related issues. Provision was made to question the government on the public issue by serving 6 days notice in advance. Okay. Then this act is also called Minto-Marley Reformation Act. Minto-Marley Reformation Act. The total number of Central Legislative Council members was increased to 16. 60 from 16. So Indians started show their interest towards legislative council. The number of regional council members was also increased. Representation of the regional council was allowed through education and the first for the first time. So here representation of the regional council was allowed. So here they allowed the first education system. So they have started vote election, right? Election for the first time. Then next, in order to provide separate representation for Muslims, separate electorate college was created. So for the Muslims also the separate electorate college was created, and for the Hindus also the separate pools was created, and they have the right to vote. So Indian Council Act, this act is called as Montague-Chelmsford Reformative. Lord Montague. Okay. So here act formulate bicameral legislative body, lower house and upper house were formed. Okay. So here Rajya Sabha and Loka Sabha was started. This act by the Montague-Chelmsford Reformation. Diarchy was allowed at regional government. Diarchy, like who used to be an by the members of a public, only a main member used to select. Separate electoral college was extended for Muslims, Sikhs, Anglo-Indians and Europeans. Then the colleges started for the Muslims, Anglo-Indians, for Hindus, everyone. And High Commissioner was appointed for India. The High Commissioner was appointed. Provincial budget was separated from the central budget. Separate electoral college was extended for Muslim, Sikhs, Anglo-Indians. This act acted as the base for the formation of Indian Constitution. The report submitted in 1928 under the leadership of Motilal Nehru was instrumental in the formation of the act. Most the provision in the Indian Constitution are based on this act. A federal system of Indian principalities, British governors, governed region and dominion states was formed. Reserve Bank of India was established. Diarchy was established at the center. Diarchy was cancelled at the regional level and autonomy was granted. Diarchy like king, so Mysore ruler or Indian ruler, but later on it was also cancelled and autonomy was granted. The federal court was established. Then a federal system of Indian principalities, British government and dominion states was formed. Reserve Bank of India was established, and then Diarchy was established at a center. Diarchy was cancelled and autonomy was granted. The federal court was established. One should understand the various political developments that resulted in the formation of various acts that aided the formation of Indian Constitution. Though these acts serve the purpose of British interest, they also include the aspiration of Indians for self-governance. These acts should be understood as the result of struggle led by Indians for self-rule. Obviously, right? So this is the main important. So how Indians suffered at last, like if you are working from now, if you are trying hard, then you are getting your deeds. So here the same thing. So this is the end of your third unit. So hope you understood this concept and try to learn a new things and try to understand it briefly, and try to watch this video again and again so that it will be easy to you, and try to understand how Indians used to suffer, and at last right now we are standing here because only for those person who had sacrificed their lives to get a freedom to India. So by saying this, I am going to finish this video. Till then, keep learning, be safe.